A few of you suggested grabbing extra items when I go grocery shopping, and this week I did just that. I went to Jovi's, Smart Shop, Kroger, and Aldi. And throughout this grocery haul, you will see how I grabbed extra canned goods and boxed items to continue building my stockpile. But before I get into this grocery haul, girl, how are you doing? Are you feeling it at the grocery store like I am? I mean, these prices are ridiculous. But once I get my stockpile and freezer built up, things will ease up just a bit and I will be able to breathe. But anyway, let's check out this week's grocery haul. The thin sliced bread was 88 cents each. I keep one in the pantry and one in the freezer. The hamburger buns were 88 cents each. I'm going to do the same for this one, keeping one in the pantry and one in the freezer. And I'm going to keep getting extra until I have a few stocked up in the freezer. The medium-sized eggs were $2.07 each. I think this is their standard price for a dozen of eggs. I'm used to getting large, but with the price of eggs these days, I'll take what I can get at a lower price. The half and half was $3.78 each. I bought two because we do drink a lot of coffee and one just will not last a full week, especially now that we have an electric frother. The romaine lettuce was $2.64, which is much cheaper than Aldi and Walmart. I'm going to use this for salads, lettuce boats, and I substitute my hamburger buns with romaine lettuce. The frozen collard greens were $1.67 each. I'm used to getting fresh greens from the produce section and washing them, but hopefully these taste just as good as the fresh ones. The frozen pack of blueberries were $1.67. I cook blueberry pancakes and waffles with these. It's actually cheaper to get them frozen instead of fresh. Right now, a pack of fresh blueberries is around $3 to $4. The frozen corn was $1.88 each, and I'm buying these ahead for Thanksgiving. I have almost all of my ingredients that I need to complete my Thanksgiving meal. I just need to get my ham and turkey. The strawberries were $1.37. I'm going to wash these in vinegar and baking soda, dry them, and then place them in a glass container. That way, those of us who are not allergic to strawberries can eat them with our parfaits or oatmeal. The Chef Boyardee is $1.14 each. I got these for my daughter. The bell peppers were 4 for $1, and I bought 8. I'm going to wash, chop, and freeze them for future meals. The avocados were 2 for $1. I bought 4. I've been making avocado toast, and I've also been chopping avocados up to go along with whatever I make for Taco Tuesday. I really eat them for the nutritional value though, because you have to add all kinds of seasons to avocados in order to make it taste like something. The celery was 97 cents per bunch, and I grabbed 3. I didn't realize how much I missed juicing until I got my celery. I'm going to juice 2 bunches with pineapple and a small ginger root, and then the other bunch I'm going to chop and freeze for future meals. The sugar was $2.95. It's the same price as Aldi's. The only difference between this sugar and Aldi's is it's not a brick when I pick it up. I don't know what's going on with Aldi's sugar, but all their sugar feels like a brick. The bleach was $1.07 each, and I'm going to clean with these two. I just feel really clean when my house smells like bleach. Now, I do use other cleaning products sometimes, but when I want that disinfecting clean, bleach is my go-to cleaner. Moving on to Kroger and Target. The Red Baron brick oven pizza was on sale for $2.49. The limit was 5 and I grabbed 4. This is for those days when the kids have after school activities and I don't have time to cook. The Progresso soup was buy one, get one for half off. It was a part of the Target Circle deal. I bought enough to get my daughter through the next 3 weeks of school lunch. She does rotate between this and other foods, but the soup usually fills her up before she gets home. The Cantu was $6.49. My son wants to grow his twist out, and I'm going back to what worked when his hair was much longer. I also created this concoction using moringa powder, hibiscus, and cloves. I have to let it sit for 24 hours before I can pour it into a spray bottle, and that's going to be something else that helps his hair grow. When I was in Louisiana, I cut a few rosemary stems from my dad's rosemary bush, and I'm going to make some rosemary infused hair oil. Moving on to Aldi. The pasta sauce was $1.65. cents. I'm going to add these to my stockpile, and eventually I'm going to make some spaghetti to freeze ahead. The queso was $2.19. I use this when making burritos or any meal on Taco Tuesday. I still have a jar from last week, so this is going to get added to the stockpile. The pepperoni was $2.69. I bought some French bread at Walmart for 35 cents, and it makes the best French bread pizza. So we're going to be making pepperoni French bread pizza this week. The vanilla pudding was 88 cents each. I grabbed 2. These are for the banana pudding that I plan to make for Thanksgiving. The granola was $2.65, and this is by far my favorite flavor. I've tried all of them, and the cinnamon is a close second, but this one is my favorite, and I top my parfaits with granola. The graham crackers were $1.79. I bought these for my daughter to make s'mores. I was a little iffy about the cinnamon flavored graham crackers, but they were a little cheaper than the plain ones, so she'll just have to get used to that added cinnamon flavor. The applesauce was $1.95. I bought this for my daughter's lunch. The sliced cheese was $1.89. I use this cheese for ham and cheese subs, and my boys will sometimes make grilled cheese sandwiches with these. They really like the American cheese for grilled cheese sandwiches. The imperial butter was $1.21 each, and I grabbed 3. The Colby Jack blocked cheese was $1.95 each. I'm going to chop these into cubes and add them to my grape snack packs. The pumpkin spice tea was $2.39, and since my kids love all things pumpkin spice, I decided to give it a try. The pumpkin spice popcorn was $2.19. I cannot keep this in my house for longer than a day, y'all. They mowed through this so fast. I tried it, and to me, it has an acquired taste. It is not my jam. The bag of pretzels was $2.09. My daughter will be packing these in her lunch because this is much cheaper than buying individual packs of chips. The hot dog buns were $1.39. Chili dogs are on the menu this week. The cake mix was 99 cents, and these are going in the stockpile side of the pantry because I already have a few on the working side of my pantry. The stuffing mix was 89 cents each, and these are also going into the stockpile section because I still have a few boxes left in the working side of the pantry. I normally cook this every other Sunday for Sunday dinner. The cereal was $1.95 each. I couldn't find any cereal deals cheaper than $1.95 this week at Kroger or Albertsons. The corn tortillas were $1.95. There are 30 tortillas, so I'll be making 30 breakfast burritos to freeze ahead for next week. The marshmallows were 95 cents. These are for the s'mores. I was buying the smaller ones because they were cheaper, but since these were on sale, might as well get the bigger sized ones. The chicken broth was $1.35 each. I'm going to continue stocking up on this because I'm thinking about making a turkey brine with chicken broth instead of buttermilk this year. The Honey Crisp apples were $1.89. I'm going to wash and pre-slice these and bag them in snack pack bags. I use lemon juice to keep them from turning brown. The grapes were $1.19 per pound, and I ended up getting $3 worth. I'm going to wash these and bag them in snack pack bags with the cheese. The ginger root was $1.59. I saw a DIY natural hair care recipe that includes ginger, so I'll be making that. I'm also going to attempt to grow ginger out in the garden. I just have to wait until they sprout. The cranberry sauce was $1.59. I'm going to continue stocking up on this because I plan on cooking a lot of dressing for Thanksgiving. The diced tomatoes were 95 cents. These are going into the stockpile because I already have a few cans in my working pantry. The tomato sauce was 47 cents each, and they are also going into the stockpile section of my pantry. The diced fire roasted tomatoes were $1.15 each. I use these in a lot of recipes such as my chili, spaghetti, jambalaya, or pretty much any pasta dish recipe. The vanilla flavored Greek yogurt was $3.49. This is the base for my parfaits, and I like to add strawberries, blueberries, granola, and nuts. The sour cream was $1.79. I use this in all of my Taco Tuesday meals. The whipped cream was 99 cents each. This is another Thanksgiving stock up item and one one of the ingredients for the banana pudding. The milk was $2.76. This is a weekly staple in my household. The sweet potatoes were $1.99. I'm going to be making candied yams to go along with Sunday dinner. The Roma tomatoes were 90 cents. I'm going to chop and dice these for salads and burgers next week. The pineapples were $1.79 each. I have missed these pineapples so much, y'all. It's like my body was really craving homemade juice. I will be whipping up a batch of celery and pineapple juice later today, and I may even do pineapple and strawberry. The green tea was $4.89. This is for my daughter's lunch and will get her through the next 2 weeks. The pack of chicken was $5.80. I'm going to marinate these in the mesquite grill marinade and place them in the freezer until I'm ready to cook them. The chicken thighs were on clearance for 50% off. I paid $3.63 for one and $3.91 for the other. These will be used for the knockoff Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich recipe. I like using chicken thighs because that part of the meat is so tender and flavorful. The pork sausage was $2.89 each. One will be used for breakfast burritos and the other will be combined with grass-fed beef to make spaghetti. That's my grocery haul for this week. Someone actually suggested that I should take one full week and just buy a whole month's worth of meat. And I'm thinking about giving that a try for the month of November. Now, I do know that Thanksgiving is going to mess up the experiment slightly, because I do know I can stretch that turkey and ham out over several days. I can recreate all kinds of meals with turkey and ham, but even with that in play, I'm going to give it a try for the month of November. I'm just going to take that first week and just plan out my menu for the month and then just buy a whole entire month's worth of meat, because that is what's really driving up my grocery bill. And to have meatless Mondays or meatless days all together just does not work for my family. We have tried it several times and it just does not work for us. So I'm not going to waste money doing things that I know will not work for us. My family loves to eat meat, and I'm going to give this process a try to see if I can save money by getting all of my meat at the beginning of the month. And then throughout the rest of the month, all I have to do is buy stockpile items and perishable items like vegetables, meat and dairy, stuff like that we normally buy throughout the week. So I'm going to give that a try and see if it works. And if it does, girl, I'm going to switch up my whole entire grocery shopping process. But given the fact that I can get chicken legs for under $5, I can get a whole rotisserie chicken for $1.51. So given those prices, I totally believe that I can pull this off, and I'm going to give it a try for the month of November. So y'all stick around to see if I'm able to pull it off. But I hope you all enjoyed this grocery haul. I pray that you all have an amazing day, and girl, we will chit chat in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.